As a football player at John F. Kennedy High School, Stephfon Green was one of the most dynamic stars in New York City. He earned a Division I scholarship, and many thought the NFL was in his future. But after an up-and-down career at Penn State, Green has had to fight extra hard to make it in pro ball with the Detroit Lions. Stephfon joined me on a stroll down memory lane at his alma mater for his story, Heart of a Lion. Tell me about the best game you ever had on this field.
So the best game I had on this field was against Abraham Lincoln High School. I carried the ball 6 times, scored 5 touchdowns, and ran for 330 yards. I mean, I always tell everybody, after I read those stats, you can't even do that in Madden.
Performances like that made Stephfon Green one of the most sought-after recruits in the country, and he landed at one of college football's legendary programs, playing for perhaps the game's most legendary coach, Joe Paterno.
I have a magazine that said I was the most talked about redshirt freshman in Penn State history.
His play on the field backed up the hype. Stephfon had more than 800 total yards and 5 touchdowns during his freshman season, culminating in a 124-yard performance in the Rose Bowl, as seen nationally on ESPN. The kid from the Bronx was just getting started. Now we're looking at a picture of you breaking away from the Ohio State defense with your autograph on it. Is that stuff surreal to you at all?
I think about it every day.
You ever sign one here? As a high school student?
Nah, I wasn't. I mean,
they don't do that in the Bronx.
They don't. Yeah, it's so many people that live in the Bronx. It's like you could be like a superstar and you go to this side of the Bronx and nobody knows who you are, and I like that.
Now Stephfon spends most of his time in the weight room sculpting his body, on the yoga mat sharpening his mind, or at physical therapy rehabbing an ankle injury as he hopes to make an opening day NFL roster. It's a grueling schedule designed to make him stronger and faster.
He puts both of those together to make one freak of an athlete, and you can't ask for nothing more.
But for Green, it's not just about chasing NFL fame and fortune. A new father at 23, he's motivated more by his 5-month-old daughter.
Sanaya, I mean, she brings a bundle of joy to my life. I'm not doing this just for myself anymore. I have somebody that now I'm a father. I have to take care of her now. I have to do everything in my power to make sure she has a better life than I had when I was a child.
He wants the best for his daughter. He wants her to have the best life that he can give her.
Stephfon comes from an extremely close-knit family. Mom and Dad were at every one of his home games in high school and college, which was especially important as Stephfon encountered some trying times at Penn State.
I broke a team rule, and Coach Paterno felt that I needed the time away.
In July, before his senior season, Green was charged with buying alcohol for 2 teammates who were minors. But while both teammates got their summonses right away, Green's didn't come until right before a crucial early season game.
It was kind of fishy to me as to the other 2 kids that I got in trouble with. They got citations and everything sent that Monday of the incident.
In July?
Yes. But yet me, we're talking about September now, 2 days before our Alabama game. And I'm about to play.
Green didn't play. In fact, he sat out Penn State's first 5 games of the season.
To see him on the sideline, you know,
Yeah.
just standing up, not playing.
And see him how sad he was not to
Are you
play.
hurt? And he said, no, I'm not hurt, you know, but.
Do you feel like you got a fair shake at Penn State?
No comment.
It seemed like Green was constantly fighting to get out of Paterno's doghouse. It wasn't until a child sex abuse scandal rocked Penn State that Stephfon finally got another chance to play. Paterno was fired. Green was reinserted into the lineup, and in Penn State's first game after the scandal, with the nation watching on ESPN, he responded with 2 touchdowns in a loss to Nebraska. Green finished his senior season on an upswing, 5 touchdowns in his final 4 games. But the off-field issues at Penn State raised concerns about his character, and that affected his status in this year's NFL draft.
The guy could have been a 2nd, 3rd round draft pick, easy.
The draft came and went without Stephfon hearing his name called, but 2 days later a call did come from the Detroit Lions offering Green a free agent contract, a chance to make the roster, and an NFL minimum salary of $390,000. All of this inspired by the fairy tale story of Victor Cruz, who went from undrafted to pop culture phenomenon.
Rookie season, he'll be fighting to make a team. He's going to be beating the odds.
Green is also fighting the perception that the Bronx doesn't produce top-level football players, a slight he takes personally.
I came from the Bronx, where you guys don't think there's football, but yet I'm here and I'm playing football.
Green is in the best shape of his life, but competition in Detroit is fierce. The Lions have depth at the running back position, led by former first-round pick Javid Best, so the odds are stacked against him. But Green is ever ready to prove more people wrong.
People thought I couldn't play Division I football. They thought I was crazy then. What do you think of me now?
And Stephfon joining us in studio in between training camps. And how were the first few weeks as a professional football player?
It was overwhelming at first. I mean, it was hard to get the playbook down pat, but after taking more mental reps and reps with the team, I found myself just playing football again.
When you see that piece that we just aired about your time at Penn State and you look back on your years in Happy Valley, is there anything you would have done differently?
Yeah, I mean, I just would have try to stay away from the trouble that I got into. Just the two incidents that happened, and everything else happened for a reason. But I just would have tried to stay away from that incident.
You're home for a couple of weeks now. How's Sanaya?
Oh, she's doing good. I mean, I can't wait to get her back, see her, things like that. I mean, I miss her right now.
We're looking forward to keeping an eye on your progress. Good luck.
Thank you.